My name is Shonda Douglas, and I am a 5th grade teacher at Olson Elementary, and I teach language arts and social studies. I like to use devices in my classroom, and I feel like it's a great opportunity to differentiate learning. It also allows me to see what my students are doing, even if I'm with a small group. The problem is keeping them on task when they have a device in their hand. And that's always a challenge when we have students on devices, particularly if they're around the room. So it was a struggle, even with clear expectations. It was life-changing. I loved having Go Guardian because I can see what my students are doing. So I would have a device myself, and I would be able to work with a group of students or confer with a student independently and still be able to glance over at my screen. So I would know if they were on task at a glance. And to me, that made me being able to trust them with their devices so much better. I think even my students would agree that knowing that I could see what they were doing held them accountable. I showed them what I could do and what I could see, and it kept them on task. They were less tempted to make not so great choices. So it was very powerful for me. So another great benefit of Go Guardian is you can control what the student sees. So I was able to either allow them access to only specific tabs or URLs, and I could also send a tab to them and open it for them immediately. I use Google Classroom, so I can put links in Google Classroom and make it where students can access it, but sometimes on the fly, I just want to shoot something out to their computers, and it was simple, easy, quick. I also love the ability to send students messages when they are working and I'm with a small group or a student, because I can send them 2 minutes in this rotation, or your volume level's getting a little bit loud, and it never interrupts the flow of the students I'm working with. And that was powerful, not having to stop the class, make everyone be quiet. You have 2 minutes. It takes away from my instruction time when I had to do that. So now I just send a quick private message and I can send it to individual students or the whole class. The way that Go Guardian changed my classroom the most was allowing my students the flexibility to work around the room and collaborate, and me knowing they were on task. Having that differentiation around my room and the ability to just be in one spot for a little while with a group of students was very powerful. And I think my students would agree, even though it kept them on task a little bit more, they were more productive. And if I can get every instructional minute out of my classroom time, that's what I want to do. So Go Guardian allowed me to do that. It actually added minutes to my instruction day. You are so lucky to have Go Guardian on your campus this year. I think you will love it. I encourage you to play with the features, model it for your students, let them see what you can see, and use every bit of it, because it is so worth it, and the value is going to add so much to your classroom.